On a day India recorded more COVID-19 cases and deaths than it has in the last 5 months, the Health Ministry confirming there's now a new double mutant strain of the coronavirus here in India. A genome sequencing study of about 10,000 samples found this strain in 18 states, along with variants of strains first detected in the UK, Brazil and South Africa. The government says this mutation in the virus does not match previously catalogued variants. Specifically in the state of Maharashtra, which is the country's worst hit region, the mutations were found in 15 to 20% of all the samples. The government has said that such strains usually signify that the virus has become more infectious, but it claims it isn't alarmed just yet. Authorities claim they have not detected numbers large enough that they can attribute the sudden surge in cases to the India variant of the virus. The government says states must continue to rigorously test, treat and track cases. Restrictions have already been placed in many regions ahead of Holi celebrations over this weekend. Prime Minister Modi's government has also ruled out the imposition of another lockdown. Last year on this very day, India was placed under what was possibly the strictest and largest lockdown anywhere in the world. The biggest and most immediate impact was felt by the country's informal workforce, men and women who make up 80% of India's employees. 2.6 million migrant workers were left stranded overnight. 1 million made it back home, many of them making that long journey on foot. More than 120 million people lost their jobs in the months following the lockdown. Despite this, the government has repeatedly defended its decision to shut the country down back when India only had 500 cases, saying that without a lockdown, India would have had 14 million cases by June 2020 and 2.6 million deaths. But a year on, India is now the world's third worst hit country after the United States and Brazil in terms of overall cases. Experts say a complete opening up of the economy, a lax implementation of COVID-19 guidelines and coronavirus fatigue are to blame. The government has been urging everyone who is eligible to get vaccinated, but the country has been struggling with vaccine hesitancy. While numbers have picked up since the immunization drive was first launched back in January, the country has only reached 50 million of the targeted 300 million citizens so far. Neha Poonia, SABC News, New Delhi.